I think he can take them far. And I know this might sound, a little far-fetched, but if you look at Nick and where he's come from, how hard he's worked over the years, I think he's a confident guy. I think he's different. When he took over for me in 2012 after the concussion, he was a rookie. He stepped in, he played consistent, but it was sort of, inconsistent, if that makes sense.
Right.
But he was still in the learning process. Now, fast forward to now, he's had a ton of experience. He's been in St. Louis, had some tough times.
Scored 20
it hasn't been clean for him, but, I think he's a guy that he can step in as long as he's confident, as long as he steps into the huddle and show the guys that it's not going to be a drop-off. I think Doug Peterson has to take it upon himself to show the team when installing the plays and installing the offense that it's not going to be a drop-off. Everybody will feed off of that, but in the grand scheme of things, Nick can go out and erase all the bad memories from 2014, his last year with Chip. What the Philadelphia Eagles fan base see in him and what he can do. It'll be a drop-off from Carson Wentz because he covers up a lot of the things that, the problems that they may have or things that may surface. But at the end of the day, I think he'll give them a chance to go deep into the playoffs. Super Bowl, I don't know. It's one game at a time from here on out.
So how amazed were you, how shocked were you when he took over for you, replaced you because of injury in 2013?
Yeah.
He goes on this run. He goes 27 to 2.
Yeah.
27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Did you keep watching thinking he's going to come back to earth? Like,
how could I forget about the 2013 season? One of the seasons where I was so tuned in with Chip Kelly and what we was doing as an offense, but Nick stepped in, 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, played phenomenal football, and, we had momentum. And I think he feeds off that. I think he understands it. I think he gets it. And he's been able to sit for a year. He's been able to watch Carson make a lot of plays. And sometimes when you learn vicariously, when you sit back and watch and you're not out in the field, Shannon, being hurt or not, just not playing in general, next time you get back out there, you appreciate and you sever every moment and you try to make the most of it.
When I look at Nick Foles, you look at it like this. Case Keenum in Minnesota. Everybody thought Sam Bradford's done, they're done. But Mike Zimmer put Case Keenum into the lineup. They ran the football. Look, and what happened yesterday, they turned the ball, they turned the ball over, 3-4 times, and still almost had a chance to win the game. It took an outstanding play from Cam Newton.
Oh, you mean Minnesota?
Minnesota against Carolina.
Case turned over 3 times. Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you don't turn it over, you have an excellent chance of winning this ball game, and I think that's what Nick Foles needs to do. They can run the football. You think about yesterday how they ran the football, Skip. They were almost like 6 yards a carry for over 26 carries. That tells you they can run the football. When you can run the football, now I can play action you. I'm going to get one-on-one coverage. Guys will be wide open. They don't need to ask him to do a whole lot. He's heard this verbiage in Kansas City. Doug Peterson got the job. He brought Nick Foles with him to Philly. He knows this offense. He understands this offense. They got talent around him.
They do.
Alshon and Torrey and Clement and Ertz will be back. Burton, the running backs, Ajayi. I don't think Blunt played yesterday, but we know what he can do. And defensively, Skip, they still can go hunt your quarterback. They will hit your quarterback.
That's where they can beat you.
And that's the thing. Carolina, offensive line, little suspect. Minnesota, okay. Can you protect? Can you hold up? Because they're going to hit your quarterback. Jim Schwartz is going to put him in that wide 9, that cowboy front, and he's going to say, go get the quarterback.
So all through 2013, I kept saying, he's going to fall apart, he's going to fall apart. And I figured you were one play away from being back in the lineup, and it just didn't happen. He just kept making play after play. He's not the most athletic guy, though he has some mobile. He came in yesterday in the first play. He takes it right up the middle for 9 yards.
He can move now. He can move a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not immobile.
Yeah.
For a guy his size, I mean, you don't think about a guy being 6'6".
He's 6'6".
Is he legit 6'6"? That's
He's
what
a
they
legit
listed.
6'6".
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to describe who this guy is that you would see in the meetings or in practice. What makes him tick? Who is he?
I think he's a calm demeanor guy, but I think he's really smart. I think when he's in tune with the game plan, he understands it. Then if the defense gives him what he's looking for, he'll take advantage of it. He's not a guy who's going to make errant throws or get erratic. And I think he has enough leaders around him, and Jay Ajayi and Alshon Jeffries, to continue to push hard when things may get tough.
He's not an emotional.
Yeah, he's not an emotional guy, so he can be the guy that can still lead the team, can still lead by example and through his play, and still position this team so they have an opportunity to win the game at the end.
Did you get along with him even though you were competing?
Oh, yeah, he was a great guy. He was a great guy. He helped me, I helped him. Even coming in as a rookie, he was able to, shed light on things that, in the quarterback room you look for. Some things that I didn't notice, some things that Matt Barkley didn't notice at the time. And I just thought it was a good quarterback room. I know they have a great quarterback room now, and talking to some people. So, I reach out to Nick. I want the best for him. I think the Eagles Nation really has to get behind him and support him.
How big is his arm? How would you rank it? It's like scale of 1 to 10.
He can throw it a mile. Yeah, he can throw it. I mean, he can throw it a long ways. He's a little older now. I don't know if it's as strong as Wentz' arm, but he can make all the throws. Like I said, I don't think this is a situation where Doug Peterson scales back the offense. I think they continue to do the same things that they've been doing all year long. Don't change, because the guys will see that, and then, you don't want them to go into a shell and start feeling like they got to play, complacent or conservative.
The throw he made yesterday, you want to talk about clutch? That game is
that was a clutch third down.
Hey, third and 8.
That means coming off the bench.
And that could be a momentum builder. That's a momentum builder as well.
But you think about this, Skip. They ran the ball 32 times yesterday. The Eagles did 32 for $139, 4.3 average. They still had 41 pass attempts. So that just goes to show you, when you can run the ball, now I can play action you. I'm gonna have guys wide open. Because what are you gonna do? If your front seven can't stop the run and you can't play coverage on the back end, Nick Foles is gonna have a field day. I believe he's smart enough. He's been in this game long enough that he understands the thing that what makes Tom Brady. Tom Brady can get off script, but he's getting a good play into a great play. He's getting a bad play. Tom Brady will never allow you to put him in a bad situation. And that's what Nick Foles has to do. When you come in, you have to make sure you never get into a bad play. Or if it's a bad play, you're like, I don't like this. Let's get out of this. Let's go to something good. Because all you have to do is just stay on. Get me back 2nd and 10. Don't get me back 2nd and 13. Don't let them get the ball out if we miss an assignment. You should have slid left, but we went right, and the guy hits us in the back. Stay on rhythm, stay on course. I like what this team has. I like the makeup.
But I think when Nick Foles lay down at night, for the rest of this week and throughout the rest of this season, he has to visualize an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. This is a chance of a lifetime. You take over a team with good offensive weapons, a good defense.
It is.
And all you got to do is come in and do your job. Hand it off, make the plays, don't hurt the game. You have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Be like, yeah.
That's an unbelievable opportunity right now.
He's like this. I got some bums.
That's an unbelievable opportunity.
I got some more bums.
I wish it was me.
I'm looking at all these bums, but the biggest bums I got coming into my building, the last game of the season, I can make sure.
Cowboys?
I can make sure they going home.
Do you
remember what the Cowboys did at Philly in 2013 in his magical run? Remember when they went in there and won 17-3 and Nick Foles scored 3 points? Remember that? I was just throwing that out.
That was then.
This is now. Okay.
Hey, Fletcher Cox, did you see all those hits they got?
Boy, it's vicious.
They coming. Do you remember what happened Sunday night? Did you see that game, that 37-9?
Wait, who didn't play in that game?
Well, he'll get a chance. He'll get a chance.
Sean Lee did not play.
He'll get a chance. Jay Ajayi.
Sean Lee's a difference maker now. I will say that.
Is. Thank you.
Yeah. He's a difference maker.
Done deal right here.
It should be in them notes somewhere.
What they got to do with them 9 points they scored? He play offense? Oh, so that's the reason Wentz got hurt, huh? Or Sean Lee was playing.
Well, you gotta find ways to get the ball back into the hands of the offense. So Sean Lee is a guy who can do that.
But we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
But we division champs. I need my T-shirt. Fly Eagles fly. Flock. We flock it, Skip.
Yeah. You did pick him to win the division before the year started. I remember.
I know who you picked. Yeah. I know who I didn't pick to make the playoffs. Can you tell the people at home who I didn't pick?
Did you predict that Sean Lee was going to miss 6 games?
I didn't predict Carson Wentz was going to get his knee hurt either. Since we're not predicting things.
The realities of the NFL.
Reality of the NFL.
Michael, thanks for joining us. Do the Cowboys look like a playoff team? We'll discuss that next.
Win.